Welcome, people of the World Wide Web. This is Outer Worlds. I was gonna say Star Worlds, but no, that was the first one. Second one, this is a good. I played like a 15 to like 20 minutes kind of session, and this is Outer Worlds 2 running on the RTX 5090 and a Ryzen 9 9950X 3D on the Vcache CCD. This is actually running on native with some kind of high and mixed, very high settings. So basically, four of them are on high, most is still very high. And DLA 4K. These are the optimized settings from Digital Foundry. The things that don't really affect the visual quality but affect the performance pretty big are turned down to high, and then the rest are still on very high because, well, some things. And it does stutter when you come back from the settings menu, and yeah, as you can see, it was like 1% lows of 1 FPS. Right now in this exact scene, as you can see, it's 82 FPS, but if I go to let's say everything on very high, let's apply this. Let's go back to the game because it stutters when you apply settings, and like not when you apply settings, but when you go out of the settings menu. You can see it dropped down from like 80 something now to 65, which is, I would say, like 17 to 15 FPS drop just by going to very high. There's literally no change in visual quality. Let's go down to like high instead of very high. Let's go back to the game, and it's a CPU limited because, I don't know, it's stuttering for some reason when you come out of the settings menu. As you can see right now, it's 99 FPS, almost 100 with just high settings, but you can see some like for example the visual of the the quality of the Lumen software. Lumen is a little bit blurrier, but it's not really a big deal. High settings are still pretty good, but I would prefer, to stay very high and then like turn off, not turn it off, turn it down from like a very high to high, which is view distance. I didn't say view distance. Turn down visual effects to high, global illumination to high, and then crowd density to high. These are the optimized settings from Digital Foundry. And then go back, and this is the native performance, not FPS, but performance. FPS is not the only performance metric of the game. And let's just go around and slide a little bit and jump and do some things that would make it stutter or anything like that. I've been trying this. I've been trying to make it stutter for like 20 minutes, and I couldn't. The game is stable as fuck. And let me just say something. The game has a very Bethesda look, right? Like, it looks like more like Bethesda games, and I know Obsidian did create New Vegas, but they didn't really like work for Bethesda. They just were a contractor for Bethesda. They were not a Bethesda studio like Tango Gameworks or like Machine. What was he called? What's he called? Something Machine. I forgot the name. Who makes Wolfenstein? And this game looks like Wolfenstein, but better visuals, like Starfield, but better. You know what I mean? This is what it looks like. So let's go and now both the Obsidian and Bethesda are owned by Xbox or Microsoft. So let's go and do DLSS quality on 4K and go back. You can see right from DLSS from like 82 to now like 107, which is pretty good. Let's just go back around where it dropped to 70s when it was like native. It dropped to 70s like in this scene. I think because of the fog, or like, let's say steam from the ship, or like smoke from the ship's rocket launcher. But yeah, as you can see, like, it didn't really drop that much. It did drop like 70 something. The 1% lows are still 70. Like, even if I reset them, they're gonna go back to 70 and look right back. Oh no, there were 63. Yikes, I shouldn't reset them the second time. But hey, the game does perform pretty well. I mean, aside from some quirks, the quirk that it has, not really performance-wise. Yes, it could use a little bit of FPS. Like, for example, 90 FPS on native resolution would have been better with software ray tracing and stuff like that on very high. But 80 FPS is not that far off, and ray tracing, hardware ray tracing, just makes no sense, right? Like makes no sense in terms of this game's visuals. Like look at the reflection, right? Like keep a good look at the reflection, like keep it in your brain. And now let's just go and turn on hardware ray tracing, because I know that I turned it off. I pressed escape. Still exactly the same, exactly the same. So hardware ray tracing now doesn't do anything. And some instances when I was in the ship, like inside the ship, the shadows, they were like garbly mess. So yeah, hardware ray tracing, just keep it off. And also what makes shadows also a garbly mess, if you turn this down anywhere to like high or medium or low. Keep it at very high if you want to the shadows to stay not a garbly mess. So right now with DLSS quality, it's giving us a good performance. What about DLSS performance? Let's go with DLSS performance. This is again DLSS 4, and it does have some a hit to performance, but it should be pretty good. It's 117 now from like 100 FPS. It's not really a big improvement as with like from native to DLSS quality, but it's still an improvement nonetheless. Oh, now it's like 107. Now it's where DLSS quality was before. Like where? Like right here. Where is it? Go like right here. It's like where DLSS quality is in terms of performance. But look at something. Something is weird. Let me put DLSS performance there. The VRAM is only using 6.3 gigabytes of VRAM. So let me just disable DLSS as a whole. Let's just go back to native quality, right? And apply it. Go back. You can see it's not using a lot of VRAM. Even at native resolution, only using 9 gigabytes of VRAM. And this is why Unreal Engine 5 games are good. And this is an Unreal Engine 5 game, and it's performing good, not using a lot of VRAM. Well, some of it, is because of Nanite. Nanite is, it's pretty smart. It only like renders the geometry that's in front of the viewport. What's behind me is not rendered right now. Unless I turn and like look at it, it's not going to be rendered. So it takes it out of the VRAM. Well, now it's like 8.6, just like by changing, or like just waiting for it to flush the memory. It's like 8.6 gigabyte of VRAM right now. Unreal Engine 5 games don't really use a lot of VRAM, even at native resolution, even at 4K. So let's go back to DLSS quality and use frame generation 2x. So let me just go DLSS quality there and frame generation right there, because I don't have 2x or 4x or like anything in the OBS overlay. I only have frame generation, which is FG. And you can see it's 170 FPS in the same scene that was like 80 FPS when I started. 160 FPS. The 1% lows in frame generation, it's gonna be a hit or miss, because it actually bamboozles the shit out of the performance overlay. And now it's 100. This is the scene that I started at. It's 180, not 160. So 100 FPS more, just with the DLSS quality and frame generation, not just DLSS quality. So yeah, it's actually DLSS frame generation in this game 2x. I don't feel any input lag. It's like instantaneous. Even like if I slide and like there's no, oh, why am I staying? It keeps you in a crouch position when you slide. Why it like does that automatically? It crouches automatically. No, that is not good. Okay, so this is another thing that they should optimize, because when I slide and jump, I want to be in a like not crouched position, and it's easy to do with Unreal Engine 5, like pretty easy to do. To remove the crouch input, just like put it on a new move input. That's it. Like after the jump, put it on a new move input on Unreal Engine 5, and it's gonna be pretty good. It's not gonna crouch automatically after the jump. All right. Being in this kind of corridor, let's actually go to 1440p. Or let me just go DLSS frame generation 4x. Let's go back with DLSS quality, and again, this is like an overkill. 290 FPS. Who the fuck needs 290 FPS? It's unnecessary. It's something that you don't need. Like 317 FPS right now. And don't actually look at the 1% lows. Like, why is this one like... What the fuck? I'm gonna shoot you. Why is he hostile to me? I did kill the one that was on top of him, but that was a robot that was actually shooting at me. This one is not a fighting robot. I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, the 1% lows, don't look at them right now with frame generation on. They're not really representative of the real 1% lows, because, you know, frame generation just RTSS is not good with frame generation. That's what I'm gonna say. Riva Tuner is not good with frame generation on. It just gets confused. So while I'm here, let's go and use 1440p. Apply it first. Remove these things from OBS overlay. All right, I got it back to the screen. Now this is 1440p. Let's remove frame generation and DLSS. Apply and go back. Right now with native, let me just make sure that it's actually native. Yeah, native. All right, I just because I saw 120 FPS. With native resolution, let's go back to where I started with like 80 FPS. Let's see how much improvement with real 1440p compared to like DLSS with quality, because DLSS with quality brought me to like 107 or like 108 and something like that. I started with native at 80 FPS, and let me just put 1440p right there, and yeah, keep it 1440p. And in this scene in front of the ship, it was 107 FPS with DLSS quality. Now it's 119 FPS with 20 FPS. And the native 4K was 82, 83 FPS. So with 1440p native, it's better than DLSS quality. And again, DLSS quality should never be the same kind of FPS as 1440p native. Even though it is actually 1440p internally, just upscaled to 4K. The upscaling takes a, you know, calculation cost from the, you know, the pipeline. So, and this is DLSS 4. It takes 6% more than DLSS 3. And it actually, like, DLSS 4 performance looks exactly the same as native. So I don't blame it if it takes 6% of my fucking performance of 1080p upscaled and then upscaled to 4K and looks exactly like 4K. So let's use DLSS quality. Let's put it right there. And DLSS quality is probably gonna give me, I was gonna say 160, but no, from 120 to 148, 46, which is pretty good, not bad. Is there anyone that I could fight to see what actually it does in combat? This scene is like, I don't know what they're hiding. There's nobody here. They're waiting for me to open this door, but I have to go all the way, you know, locate cache and then get the disable security cameras, disable security controls, not cameras. And yeah, let's try DLSS performance. So in this scene, 148 was not 160, because 160 in the menu. 148 was outside. So let's apply it. Put DLSS performance in here. Let's go back. So now it's 160. All right. So DLSS performance gets me 160 FPS. And I'm just gonna say, just look at the what is it called? This one. Let me just remove myself from here. The frame time. It's smooth as fuck. It's smooth, and I'm doing everything I can to make it stutter, but the game is just not stuttering. So this is a really good Unreal Engine 5 game. Like, you cannot complain about this. I mean, if anybody complains about this in the comments, you know, you're just wasting your energy. Don't say this is a slop game. If you don't like... Oh, what's going on with this puddle? It doesn't really look as good as the other puddles. The reflections look very blurry. Let's turn on ray tracing. Oh, I was zoomed in. Oh, let's turn on ray tracing. Where is it? Ray tracing is here. It takes a second. And it lags before it turns on ray tracing. So... yeah, ray tracing does nothing, basically. Yeah, ray tracing does absolutely nothing. Hardware ray tracing at the moment. They have to fix that. These are the quirks that the game has that really not really representative of the performance, because the performance is still pretty good. I mean, the 1% lows, they look like 90, like probably 85. Like, you're gonna say, like, probably gonna say, oh, this is half the actual FPS, but no, like, I don't... Look at the frame time. It's stable as fuck. I'm doing everything I can to make it stutter, but it's not really stuttering. Let me just go shoot that drilling robot. Let's go shoot him, like commit murder against the robot. And that, for a second, looked like Iron Man in that poster right there. I thought it was like Iron Man. Let me just shoot. Yeah, and like in the shooting, it doesn't really do anything. This looks exactly like Iron Man, one of the suits of Iron Man, except that it has cloth in this section instead of armor. But hey, who cares? Let's use DLSS Quality with frame generation 2x. I'm not gonna use 4x for 1440p because that's just useless and overkill. And let's go back. And 240 FPS. 240 FPS. I mean, if this is 5090, sure, but unless you have like a 1440p, 240 hertz display, 240 FPS is overkill for a game like this. 90 FPS is acceptable. 120 is plenty. 65 is, you know, going overkill route, and then anything above 160 is overkill. It's like unnecessary. I mean, the performance is there if you like, if you want it. You can turn on ray tracing. I mean, DLSS Performance 4K and frame generation 2x. It's gonna give you probably 190 FPS or 200 FPS. Because on like 160 FPS with DLSS Quality and frame generation 2x, but with DLSS Performance is gonna go up to 90 probably or more. And I cannot can open this. I thought I cannot open it. Big Sentry Blade. Sure. And I can't loot this stuff. Okay, so only way for me. Oh, I have to keep crouched.
I'm a good neighbor, I do all I can.
I mean, even the outfit looks like a Wolfenstein Nazi outfit. And even the mask look like a fucking Wolfenstein or like a New Vegas kind of. As I said it, like this game looks like a Bethesda game, even though Obsidian is not a Bethesda studio or anything anymore. I mean, it never was. It was a contractor for Bethesda. But yeah, I mean, it looks exactly like a Wolfenstein, but better visuals. So let's go back and turn off this stuff. Go back to the LAA and turn off frame generation and go down to 1080p, because 1080p is an actual resolution that you could actually use for a game like this, even though it's going to be an overkill for a 5090. But let's see. So 1080p native resolution, 135 FPS, which is already, you know, enough. You don't really want to use upscaling for this or any frame generation. The thing is, I can't say that it looks bad. Why? It's because my TV has an upscaler. You know, it's a it's a C4 OLED, and before that, the TV before it did not have as good an upscaler, so 1080p was looking like shit to me. But right now it looks, I mean, I would say it looks better than like games on the PS5. Well, I didn't really play PS5 games now on this TV, or that one for that matter, because PS5 was off since like Spider-Man launched, which is like a long time ago. And
since their return, the state they're in.
and they look exactly like Wolfenstein Nazis in space.
Sad that they weren't worthy. Otherwise, they'd
Do I have to open this now?
Constitution to emerge a better.
Yeah, let's open it.
Able to
Like a headshot. Oh, the headshot does nothing. Why are they not fighting back? What the fuck is going on with these things? AI is sloppy. They don't want to fight back.
Maintaining perfection.
Yeah, maintaining perfection. Why not shoot? Oh, now they shoot. Okay. All right. So right now, as it is, let's turn up the resolution like crazy. Let's go 8K. Let's go 8K. Oh, I'm still removed from the screen, which is a good thing, but hey, let's go back. Let's go 8K resolution with the LAA and see how it actually performs. This is gonna be very taxing on the GPU. It's using 19 gigabytes of VRAM. And it's 23 FPS, which is not playable at all. Again, this is a bonus for this video. This is not really a thing that you should actually do. 8K or 6K or 5K, they are stupid resolutions. Even 4K is somewhat kind of dumb. Like, use DLSS, you know, with 4K. That makes it not dumb. But with 8K, it's just I don't think that 8K would ever be a thing. 4K is sharp enough, unless like you're playing at a fucking 100-inch TV. Let's go back. Let's go down to DLSS quality with 8K. And it does stutter. Like, it took a long time just to go back to the game. 30 FPS. I don't know. Even like Doom the Dark Ages on 30 FPS feels smoother than this. I mean, Doom the Dark Ages on 30 FPS feels smoother than most games in 60 FPS. Yes, this is a hot take. Take it for whatever you want. Doom the Dark Ages have the best frame time or frame pacing. Why can't I take this shit? Security instructions. That's just the instructions. That's it. I can't take that. I'm not paying attention. I'm not paying attention to the game story. I know that the first game was stuttering mess. The story was like a basic kind of story. It wasn't really a good anything, but I did play it and I did enjoy it. And damn be to anybody who says you can't enjoy a game just because it has a bad story or bad performance. I mean, I played Cyberpunk when it was like shit. So let's go and do DLSS Performance. Probably DLSS Performance is gonna get us, which is actually 4K upscaled to 8K. But it's not gonna have the performance of 4K. It's gonna have way less. As you can see, it's not 80, it's 40, 49, 40, 50. And it's using 11.3 gigabytes of VRAM, which is a big drop from like 19.3. I didn't go that way. And what is this RGB thing?
I've left some distraction devices in a floor panel by the scaffolding. Use them to breach the control room.
Where's the scaffolding? This is the scaffolding.
Wait until their guns are pointing away from your position.
Okay, so she left it here. Distraction. Okay. So right now, before I go fight those guys, let's use frame generation. And I know that frame generation is gonna be like shit right now. Let's just use it. Hey, what the hell? Let's just use it. I had like 40 FPS before, now I have 70. And the input lag is dead. The input lag is like unplayable.
I don't care where I'm assigned. The bounty bestowed upon each of us is superlative. Thank the matriarch we don't live in one of those greed-driven corporatist colonies.
Let's check it.
It's over there.
Closer inspection. It's over there.
Okay. That's it.
That's somebody.
Invasive elements.
Oh, they're gonna start fighting on me. Oh, shooting at me. Alright, this is how it is. And, where they at? Oh, I'm dead. Okay. This was fun. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, the short time that I played on the testing this game, I mean, it looks good. Unreal Engine 5 performance is pretty good. 8K, no, I don't think that 8K is gonna catch up anytime soon. And yeah, I mean, if you have like a 3060, don't complain that this game is not working good for you, because you cannot run it on like 4K with ultra settings. You know, the game is perfectly running. It has some quirks here and there. It doesn't really have any stuttering or any frame pacing issues or any unless in like 8K. 8K is the only thing that I felt frame pacing issues. And yeah, just turn off hardware ray tracing because visually it doesn't look good. With shadows garbled and like reflections still the same as Lumen software, and it doesn't cost as much. So yeah, keep ray tracing off. So yeah, let's try another GPU next. I'm probably gonna try the 3060 Ti, 8GB, and probably not gonna be able to run at 4K, but it's gonna be able to do like probably 1440p or below because it has 8GB of VRAM. And this game does not really use a lot of VRAM or like video RAM or whatever you want to call it. So yeah, press like if you like this video, dislike if you dislike this video, and please don't comment about the story of the game if it's not good for you, because I've seen like the last video of Vampire the Masquerades. I mean, I'm benchmarking the performance and people saying, oh, the story is boring. I don't care. I don't fucking care. If you get that comment, it's gonna be deleted. I'm gonna like set an automatic thing that it's gonna delete that comment. So comment about the performance of the game. If you think it's bad, sure, let's discuss it. If you think it's good, sure, let's discuss it. But for the love of God, keep it about the performance of the game, not the story of the game, because I don't really care about the story of the game right now. And yeah, I mean, the story of the game is not even the scope of this video. So I'm just saying, I'm just gonna ignore those comments and subscribe if you like this video. And yeah, see you in the next video. 3060 Ti.